Hello and welcome to this week's coffee vlog. It's Friday the 17th of January 2020. We're heading home at 7 o'clock, would you believe? Yes. Did actually leave work at half decent time, but had to do a delivery to Victoria Craft Beer, so that kind of held me up a bit. So what we're going to do first is some Mr. Nellis's words of wisdom. Let's see if I can find them. I'm sure they're here somewhere. Mr. Nellis has not recovered his Twitter account after the small disaster of it. Oh, we're going to have to wait. Oh, pugs. Let's try this one first. So, what Mr. Nellis says, things to talk about on your vlog. 1. My mum and dad's turkey holiday being sorted as it is on the 22nd of May for a week. Very good. Beethoven, The Man Revealed, presented by John Suchet and Classic FM every Saturday to mark the composer's 250th birthday. Wow. Pennine Magpie, as it is having a special trip to Scarborough on Friday this coming week, and I'm having fish and chips there. It's a bit cold and wet and windy to go to Scarborough, to be honest, Richard, but good on you if you go in there. Enjoy the fish and chips inside, preferably a very nice warm restaurant. Do you like the Carry On films? Well, it's a few years since I've seen a Carry On film, but yes, they were very funny at the time. Other things, Boris Johnson debating the Queen's speech on BBC Breakfast on this past Wednesday morning. Surprisingly, didn't see that. What sort of snacks does the meandering bear have? I don't know, Richard. Go and ask them. They have lovely coffee now, though. That is the good thing. So yes, they've taken Meandering Bear in Halifax, one of the newer craft beer bars, has taken on an El Salvador coffee that I brought in, so that's very good. Because last week, of course, I dropped samples off last Friday night, and they were going to do a tasting test on Monday morning and decide what they were doing. So they've gone with the El Salvador, which I'm really pleased about, by Three Sisters. Who run the plantation together, so it's got a lovely story behind the coffee as well, and they've got a really good active Instagram account as well, with lots of photos of the plantation and them doing various things, and they've all got involved. They've not just taken over the farming, they got involved with the Rainforest Alliance, and they've got involved with a lot of the ecology of the plantation and work towards being, you know, a lot more bird friendly and insect friendly, and making the plantation work for the environment as well, which is all great stuff. You know, all three of them have been back to college effectively to learn more about how they can develop the plantation to be more ecological. So it's a lovely coffee. I'm really pleased that Meandering Bear had taken that on. So that adds to my my growing collection of Central Halifax customers with Copenhagen Bar, Victoria Craft Beer Bar I've been to tonight with their delivery. Square Chapel, of course, or Square Centre for the Arts. And then we've also got a couple of other places in the centre, then Coffee on the Beam, just above the hospital at Holywell Green. We've got Ventures Bar in Brighouse now, to expand that sort of side of it. So generally growing out those suppliers around and about
Warning,
Halifax.
zone, speed limit 30 miles
Work
per
on a
hour.
whole's been pretty steady this week. We had a really solid busy start to the year, and this week it's kind of just settled down into more like how January should be, which is relatively quiet. We've not had a huge amount on, but I mean, it's not been definitely quiet, but it's not being as busy as it had been all the way up to Christmas. And of course, starting back, I didn't expect it to be as busy as it was, but it has been, which is good. But calmed down a little bit, but then, you know, we get the odd thing,
Risk zone. Speed
inquiries
limit,
about big
30 miles
equipment,
per
and
hour.
today took an order for a 2-group espresso machine. So out of nothing, I mean, I say take an order, it got paid for this afternoon as well. So that was good, really. So all going forward, really. New roaster is in production in Turkey, so quite excited about that. I'm hoping to get them to take some sort of shots or photos to send over each week as it comes together, you know, various parts, so we can do like a bit of a blog for Topa about the, you know, the construction of the machines and that sort of thing. Be quite nice. So yeah, other than that, last weekend, pretty steady weekend as usual, really. Didn't do a huge amount, nothing too exciting anyway. Had quite a relaxing one. Obviously did the vlog on Saturday.
Radar. Check speed.
Sublime Sunday. I did actually manage to get out and about, take some photos around the park. Well, I was doing some shopping on Sunday, so that was kind of good. Missed out though. I should have. I'd not put the dash cam on coming back from the shopping, and I was heading towards where the Wibsey Park is, and just as I was getting to where I wanted to turn left, BMW shot out of it like a rocket. Absolutely took it too quick and did a complete shimmy, nearly went oversteered into the curb from it and managed to recover back again. And then just behind him, a little, looked like Corsa actually, but a little police patrol car was trying to desperately keep up with this BMW that it was never going to get a chance to. Well, we were still there, but he shot out after him, and then they went a bit further down that road and turned right opposite Wibsey Park to one of the back roads there. Disappeared again. I thought, well, it's typical. I could have got that on camera, that little bit of excitement. And yeah, it's always the same. Whenever I don't turn the camera on, is always when I miss out. So, what's with everyone just parking in the middle of the road, double parked? What's all that about? So, yeah, but that went well. Sublime Sunday posts. I say work's been steady away this week. I've not watched any. Oh, I watched a movie last night actually. Is that the only movie I watched? I've been watching The Expanse. I watched the full latest season of The Expanse on Amazon Prime, which is kind of quite a good spacey sort of film. Well, it's a series. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. So I was kind of sad last night because I realised I'd got to the end of it. I've been watching it avidly all week, and watched the whole 10 episodes. And then because that finished, I had to hunt around, and I found something called Adventurer, the Curse of the Midas box, on Prime Video, and watched that. And actually, that was really entertaining in the end. Quite a good film. It was back, it's a 2013 film, so it's not particularly modern as it were, but it was a good old roaring sort of kind of like adventure sort of thing. Probably I'd say in the kind of vein of Indiana Jonesy sort of stuff in a way, but yeah, it was pretty good. Entertaining enough to watch before I fell asleep last night anyway. Other than that, no, not really done a lot. Still got to take the boy to go and see Spies in Disguise. I remembered it now, but that's because Mr. Nice has been to see it, I think. He wants to see that. They didn't want to see The Mandalorian at the cinema. I was like, well, you won't see it in the cinema because it's on Disney Plus. I was like, what's that then? What's that? I was like, well, it's not even out in the UK yet, although I have watched it. I'm trying to persuade him to watch it on his iPad. Other than that, though, it's been a pretty steady away week. Oh, nice way to have no side light or headlight running. Yeah, just steady away week, really, just plodding along, getting stuff sorted out. Starting to work towards, shock horror for me, I know, but trying to get a bit organised. Sorting out the space where I plan on planting the giant 30 kilo roaster when it arrives. Which just means rejigging stock about, but I'm also going to start reducing stock holding on some slow moving products, because it's just not a lot of point having huge amounts of disposable cups just for that odd occasion every few months someone orders them in bulk, when I can just get smaller amounts and then get stuff into order as it's needed. So that'll save space and also save a bit on cash flow. But then again, I'll just spend the money on more green coffee instead. It'll all go somewhere, because I'll need lots more green coffee when I'm roasting 30 kilos of it at a time. Right. So that's me done for another week. Very good weekend, week next week, and I'll catch you in next week's coffee vlog. Okay, see ya.